Everybody, this is Elijah with Factory Cleaning Equipment. Today I'm going to explain how to put together your Bulldog Mini once it arrives at your doorstep. I'm going to give you a quick intro to everything, and at which point I'm going to show you how to put it all together and make sure everything's working correctly. Alright everybody, for the first step that I'm going to show you guys how to start assembling your Bulldog Mini is we're going to go ahead and put the handle together and go ahead and put the battery on. So when you receive this Mini, it actually comes with the handle off. So all that's needed to do is you actually slide this in, and it has screw holes. So if you zoom in right there, you will actually see, if you line those up, you have a backing plate and 2 screws. And the kit comes with an Allen wrench, so you won't need that tool. Okay? To actually do this, it's easier if you go ahead and slide your handle up. So there's a tab right here. You just go ahead and slide everything up. That's just going to make it a lot easier to work on. Alright, so we have our backing plate. Our backing plate goes at the back of the machine. You're just going to attach that there. Kind of pinch it together, make sure that the holes are lined up. Take your 2 bolts, at which point we're going to go ahead and put those in. And make sure that we get 2 of them on there. And we'll take our Allen wrench to tighten it all up. Okay everybody, now that we have our handle put together properly, you have a 36 volt battery that needs to be attached. As you can see, it has 2 tabs at the base, and you're going to slide it over top of this tab here as such. Slide it in, and it comes with a bolt that you attach from the motor side. Okay, so you're just going to attach it there and make sure that that's screwed on just snug. You don't want to over tighten it. Alright, now that we have that put together, we can go ahead and plug in our battery. So this cord is going to go to the top side of the battery. Just plug that in. Alright. I'll slide this around so you guys can see. Alright, so here's our power switch. So here's your power switch. And below that is an actual fuse breaker. At any point that the machine stops working, you might possibly have a blown fuse, at which point all you have to do is press that button and it should reset. Okay everybody, now that we have the battery put on, we make sure that the power is actually working correctly, we have the handle on, we're going to go ahead and put your brushes on. There's 2 things that you need to look for. One is a tab side, and then one is an open inside. The open inside is the one that's going to be sliding in. So it's easier if you actually take the tank off. It's as simple as sliding it up and over. That actually exposes the rod. So you're going to go ahead and slide your brush in. And if it doesn't go in, it might hang. You need to twist the brush and it will just snap in and lock in place. And then your brush is attached. At which point you can then take your tank and put that back on. And then that's one brush down. Alright people, I'm going to show you guys how to actually take your squeegee off. Now each squeegee comes with 2 fresh sides. If at any point that the squeegee starts streaking, you notice streak marks behind the machine, that's a telltale sign that you could possibly need to reverse the squeegee blade edge. So all that's needed to be done is there's two screws. So you're going to unscrew these. Take these off. Alright, so then this is the bottom side. There is a plastic centerpiece, and as you can see there's tabs. Okay, so it's compression is what holds these blades on. So if you take one side, take your finger to one side and lift up, it should just pull up just like. Now you can see these tabs. Okay, so all that's needed to be done to change the squeegee is pull it to one side and you'll be able to take the squeegee off. Just obviously put your screws back on. Make sure they're nice and snug. Alright, now we're ready to actually put your squeegees onto the machine. So all that's needed to be done is you're going to take the tank off. you can see these magnets here, which is what holds the squeegees in place. So take the machine, kind of tilt it one way, slide it up and in, and it locks in place. And at which point you're ready to put your tank back on, put your vac hose back on. Always try to clean this hose out. This hose will get dirty at times. You'll slide that in, apply pressure to the bottom side of the squeegee. You have properly assembled your squeegee onto your Bulldog Mini at this point. Okay, so just so you guys are aware, every Bulldog Mini should come with an extra squeegee and an extra fuse. Components on the battery that you need to look for. If you take this tab, pull it up and push it over, this is where your charger connector actually goes, and then this is your actual fuse. So at any point that you do have a blown fuse, all that's needed to be done is to just unscrew this. The fuse is attached. I'll show you really quick. As you can see, there's the fuse. So you just pull that off, put a new one on, reinsert it, and you should be good to go. Showing how to disassemble the machine for maintenance purposes, to clean everything out, to check your brushes. Again, you're going to want to do this, and it really depending on how soiled your floors are. If you have really dirty floors, I highly suggest cleaning out and cleaning your brushes after every use. It's as simple as this. You unscrew the back hose. This tank will slide off. Obviously, you're going to want to pull the back hose off of your squeegee. Pulls off like that. That exposes your brushes, so you're able to check those, see if there's anything that needs to be taken from that. So this is your collection tank. You're going to take this off. You can see there. You can just take and dump out the dirty water and debris. You can set that aside, and at which point if you come to the other side of the machine, this is your reservoir, so this is where your cleaning solution is going to be. You pull that off. Always check your filter. If you need to change your filter, it really just slides off. It's as easy as that. Okay, so you can slide that back on. Take your tank off, clean it and flush it out. Together, I just want to go over a quick few things about the machine that you need to know. I described, how dirty the floors are and how often you need to clean this machine. A really important thing that you need to pay attention to is the kickstand. If you don't use the kickstand, what's going to happen is these bristles, they're going to flatten out. So at which point you're going to use the machine the next time, it's going to basically just not be running consistent. It's going to hop all over the floor. So make sure after every use, and it's just sitting around your shop, your business, make sure that it is on the kickstand so you don't flatten out the bristles. If the bristles do happen to flatten out, what can be done is you're going to take the actual bristles out. So you're going to pull that tab, take the brush out, put this in a sink with hot water for about 5 minutes, and it should straighten all the bristles back out, at which point you'll be able to reattach it back onto the machine. It'll snap in place and you're good to go. A few things about this machine. So on the motor itself, you can see your vacuum button, you can see a water button, and you can see a quiet mode. Okay, so this machine in particular has 2 different water stages. So if you want to disperse less water or more water, all that needs to be done, as you can see, it's flashing. So if we want water, you press this button, and if it's flashing, that's minimal water. If you want your full water capacity, you press that button and it'll hold constant with that LED light. Okay, if you want quiet mode, obviously you just press that, it'll flash green. Okay, at any point that you just want to use the bristles without the vacuum, as you can see, the button kind of just stays in place. But if you don't want to use the vacuum, just press that. Hey everybody, again, this is Elijah with Factory Cleaning Equipment. Thank you so much for watching this clip. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you like the video. We would really like to hear your input on this machine in particular. If you have any further questions, don't be afraid to comment in the section below, at which point we'll get back to you right away, or feel free to call us at Factory Cleaning, and we'll be happy to help you in any way that we can. Thank you very much.